Ba ba da ba da ba da ba ba ba. Hello, word nerds, and welcome to the dictionary. I'm feeling oh so very tired and sleepy this morning because I don't know, I guess I didn't sleep that great. Oh, I did not want to get out of bed. And it's not great when your cat is bugging you either, which happens pretty much every night. The first word in this episode is foster home. 2 words, noun from 1886. It is a household in which an orphaned, neglected, or delinquent child is placed for care. I wouldn't be surprised if my parents were tempted to put me into a foster home because I was maybe a little delinquent, definitely not nearly as delinquent as some people. But yes, I had my moments because I was a child. And children they're just children. Sometimes they're like, "What are you doing? You're a child. Be an adult." But not yet. Okay, foster home, yeah. It's the place where people who need a home can go have a home. It's pretty good. And, hopefully the adults in the situation are treating everybody great because I would hope for nothing less than great. Please and thank you. Okay. Fine. Great. Now, I have to make a sound. Oh, maybe I should do this one. I shall go whoop, whoop. Now we have fosterling. Noun from before the 12th century, and it is a foster child, and I don't know if they're called fosterlings anymore. That seems pretty old. A fosterling. Someone who is orphan, neglected, or delinquent is a fosterling. Beep, beep. Next is foo, spelled F-O-U. Adjective from 1535. This is Scottish. Oh, this is fun. The synonym is the number 1A definition for the word drunk. The Scottish people say foo when they are using it as an adjective. So they would say, "You are a foo person because you..." This is exactly how the Scottish people talk. "You are a foo person because you had too many drinks. So you are a foo person," because it's an adjective. I really want to hear them use this in context. Just like whatever we had. I think we had that Australian New Zealand word, fossick, in the previous episode. Now I would like a Scottish person to call in and explain foo to me and how you use it in context. This is from the Middle English Scottish word fow, maybe, fow or foe, which means full. And that's pretty much it. So it's like, oh, I'm so full of drink, full of the alcohol, that I am foo. Foo! We got to start using this. All right. Beep, beep. Next is Foucauldian. Foucauldian, yes. Let's see. Oh, you can also say Foucauldian. So, the first version, Foucauldian, is spelled capital F-O-U-C-A-U-L-D-I-A-N, Foucauldian. Or you can take out the D and replace it with a T, and it would be Foucauldian. Okay, we'll learn more about that in a minute. Less than a minute. It's an adjective from 1981. This is of, relating to, or characteristic of the philosophy of Michel Foucault, which is why we have the pronunciation Foucauldian. But some people are like, no, it needs a consonant, Foucauldian. Now, I don't know anything. I mean, wasn't there an older person named Foucault? I don't know. Maybe that's a whole different thing. Let's see. Let's look up this Foucault. Let's just Michel Foucault, French historian. So this is about the philosophy of Michel Foucault, but Michel Foucault was a French historian. But I guess he had some philosophies on stuff enough. He had enough philosophies that he's got a whole word in the dictionary about what he had to say. Let's see. Oh, well, he died just a few years after this word came into our language. He died in 1984. He was only 57. Ooh, yooey. Let's see. French historian of ideas. A historian of ideas. Wow. That's probably a hard thing to research. And a philosopher who was also an author, a literary critic, a political activist, and a teacher. Foucault's theories primarily address the relationships between power versus knowledge and liberty, and he analyzed how they were used as a form of social control through multiple institutions. Sounds pretty fascinating. I don't know. Was this what? How did he lean? There's a giant article here about him, which I shall put this link in the show notes. He's got lots and lots of stuff. He led an incredibly full life in only 57 years. There's a lot of stuff about him. Rumored that his death came from AIDS. Let's see. There was no reference to HIV or AIDS. It doesn't. How did he die? Does it say? Do we not know? He did write something called The History of Sexuality, so he could have been very likely on the queer spectrum. Let's see. Let's just look up the word gay on this article. Yes, there are 9 times the word gay comes up. So hey, you can believe what you want to believe. Interesting. Born in 1926. He was almost exactly my grandma's age. Michel Foucault. Foucauldian. And what's this? We got something else. Beep, beep. Now we have Foucault pendulum. But this is not related to this Michel Foucault that we were just talking about. A different Foucault. Noun from 1931. This is a freely swinging pendulum that consists of a heavy weight hung by a long wire and that swings in a constant direction, which appears to change, showing that the Earth rotates. This is named after J.B.L. Foucault. Did J.B.L. Foucault also invent speakers? I believe, if memory serves, the Science Museum in Chicago, which is now I think called the Griffin Museum of Science and Industry, they have, or had, but maybe they still have it, a Foucault pendulum, and it is huge. It's gigantic. The thing that the pendulum is on, the long wire, it's got to be at least, I would say at least 30 feet. It's like multiple stories. Let's look up pendulum at Chicago Museum. And let's see. Yes, Foucault pendulum. It looks like they've changed it. It demonstrates the Earth's spin on its axis. And I don't know if I ever fully understand how it works. So let's put, let's see, is there here's a list of Foucault pendulums. There's a couple in Austria, one in Belarus, 4 in Belgium, 1 in Bulgaria, 3 in the Czech Republic, 3 in Denmark, 1 in Estonia, 4 in Finland, 4 in France, many in Germany, 2 in Hungary, 1 in Iceland, of maybe 10 in Italy. Ooh, I'm actually going to Italy. Are there any in Milan? Yes, there's 1 in Milan. Ooh, maybe I can go see that. 1 in Latvia, 1 in Liechtenstein, 1 in Lithuania, 1 in Luxembourg, 1 in Moldova, 2 in Netherlands, 4 in Norway, 10 in Poland, 4 in Portugal, 4 in Romania, many in Russia, 2 in Serbia, many in Spain, 6 or so in Sweden, 5, we're doing this, 5 in Switzerland, 1 in the Ukraine, more than 10 in the United Kingdom, 5 in South Africa, 1 in Tunisia, 2 in China, 10 or so in India, 2 in Iran, 4 in Israel, 7 or 8 in Japan, 1 in Kuwait, 1 in Pakistan, 2 in Thailand, 2 in Turkey, a lot in North America. what is this, 5 or so in Canada, 1 in Mexico, and a bunch in the U.S. The list goes on by state. It looks like every single state has a one of these. And then we got a bunch in Central and South America. I guess I should finish this up. 3 in Argentina, 2 in Brazil, 3 in Chile, 1 in Colombia, 1 in Puerto Rico, 1 in Venezuela, maybe 9 or so in Australia, and 1 in New Zealand, and there's even 1 in Antarctica? That is the quickest turning Foucault pendulum on Earth's land, because it's on the South Pole. Well, that was a fun adventure we just went on. So many Foucault pendulums. It seems like if there's probably one near you. You could probably go see one. All right, now we got to go to broop, broop. That's the sound of the pendulum. Beep, beep. Okay, now we have what? Fouette. I think that's how it's pronounced. Fouette. Fouette, and there's an acute on the E, acute accent. And I was watching the new season of the show Taskmaster because Jason Mantzoukas is on it. And there was a moment, I've only seen the 2 episodes so far, season 19, or as they say, series 19. And one of the hosts he made some joke about, do I get the acute if I hold down on the E? Because he was working on an iPad, and everybody laughed. And I thought it was very funny because I've had a journey with the accents on the vowels, and Helen Zaltzman taught me about the names, how to remember the names. Okay, so we got to talk about this word, fouette. It is a noun from 1830. It is a quick whipping movement of the raised leg in ballet, usually accompanying a pirouette. Pirouette. How do you say this word? Pirouette. Pirouette. Oh, I think I had to add that syllable. Pirouette. It is a quick whipping movement of the raised leg that accompanies a pirouette. So the leg goes whoosh. That's what it does. A fouette. A fouet. No, a fouette. Boy. So this is French, obviously. It is from fouetter, which means to whip. From the Middle French fouet or fouette, probably fouet, which means whip. From the Old French fou, which means beach, with 2 E's. Also from the Latin fagus, doesn't say what that means, and there's more at the word beach. So, something about whipping. Let's look up a video, I guess, of a fouette. Let's see. It is Fouette. Let's see what this has to show us. Sharon Wenner performs 32 fouettes from Swan Lake. Okay, so she is spinning. Oh, and this is where, this is the leg has to whip around and spin to help you do the spin. It helps you get that momentum. And she's spinning, and she's spinning. Every time her head comes back forward, she's kicking her leg around. It's like the leg is kicking around as her face is forward. And then she does a quick little spin back around, helped by the momentum of the fouette. Right? That's the word, fouette. And she did 32. Oh my gosh. That must be a record. Okay. Whip, whip. Now we have fought. F-O-U-G-H-T. It is the past form of fight. That's it. Whip, whip. Now we have the word foul. F-O-U-L. First form, adjective from before the 12th century. We have 4 forms and obviously so many definitions. So number 1A for foul, this is the adjective. It is offensive to the senses. The synonym is loathsome. I don't like that thing. Get that thing away from here. It is my senses have been so offended. My sense of smell, first of all. When Spencer comes around, he is very foul. Also, my sense of taste, when I licked his face, that it tasted very foul. But when I look at him, that is also very foul to my eyes. When he speaks, when the words come out of his mouth, it's very foul. And then when I when I when I touch him, when I touch his skin, when I touch everything, oh, it just is so loathsome. He is so offensive to my senses. Number 1B. Filled or covered with offensive matter. In The Walking Dead, when they cover themselves in zombie blood, the zombies don't know that they're there, and so they are foul because they have been covered with a quite offensive matter. Number 2, full of dirt or mud. Some people would not say that's foul at all, but most people would probably say that's pretty foul. Oh, you got dirt or mud all over your clothes and stuff and your hair? Oh, that's foul. 3A, morally or spiritually odious. The synonym is detestable, as in a foul crime. That crime was so bad, we shall call it foul. It's interesting because most people would probably say crime in general. Many crimes are foul. There are some crimes, like in Les Miserables, when they're just trying to steal some bread. I don't think that's foul at all. But many crimes are foul. But this crime is so foul, it was morally and spiritually odious. It was relating to the dog from Garfield. Detestable. Odie has always been detestable. What a foul, happy dog. 3B, notably unpleasant or distressing. The synonyms are wretched and horrid. As in a foul mood. I have been in many foul moods in my day. Oh yes, I put up a good screen sometimes if I have to be in public. But oh yes, those people close to me have seen a foul mood sometimes, and I don't like it. I feel bad that I have been in foul moods. I think about sometimes. There was a whole period in my life where I was pretty depressed, I'd say. I was angry about everything. And I was in a foul mood often. And I'm like, why did I do that? That was pretty sucky. So if you're feeling in a foul mood today, just know there's another day tomorrow, and it's probably going to be better. But, mental health and brain chemistry is complicated, so get the help if you need the help. All right, but yeah, sometimes we just wake up on the other side of the bed, the wrong side of the bed. We wake up underneath the bed, and we're like, how did I get underneath the bed? What happened? That put me in a foul mood. Number 4, the synonyms are obscene and abusive, as in foul language. Some people might think that words like shit, bitch, asshole, fuck, those might be foul words to some people, abusive and obscene. And some people are probably like, the word damn is foul, and it is up to you. And I apologize, but I ain't bleeping none of that. Number 5A, being wet and stormy. Are we talking about a person? That person is so wet and stormy. No, we're talking about the weather, probably. It doesn't even say that, but I'm saying it. Today as I'm recording this, it's got 50% or higher chance of rain all day. Literally, I think until tomorrow morning. Probably 24 hours or more. Today is just a foul day, but also it's like, oh man, it would be great to just sit at home and watch the rain all day, listen to the rain. Maybe there's some thunder and lightning. I don't know, but it's foul, but it's also not kind of foul. It's like it's like cozy. Number 5B is obstructive to navigation, as in a foul tide. This is definitely related to the weather. When the boats are trying to get through the waves, they're trying to get from one place to another, and the weather is making it such that the waves and the tides are really just messing up everything. The boat people are like, "Oh, we got some foul weather, foul tides, foul waves, foul water. It's all foul. Let's go home and go to bed." Number 6 is a British dialect situation. The synonyms are homely and ugly. And wow, you're just straight up saying that thing, that person, whatever it is gross, and you're calling them foul. 7a, the synonyms are treacherous and dishonorable, as in fair means or foul. Fair means or foul. Are we saying that those are opposites? That we have the means are fair or the means are foul? The means are fair or the means are treacherous or dishonorable, and I don't have the context, the full context to fully understand this, but that's okay. 7b, maybe this one will be similar. Constituting an infringement of rules in a game of sport. Oh, let's go play a game of sport. Will you be foul or will you be fair? Will you be treacherous and dishonorable when you are playing the game of sport? Will you be a good sport or a bad sport? The example is a foul blow in boxing. So, an infringement of the rules. Yes. Oh, you were not supposed to punch that person that way. That was a foul blow in boxing. You were supposed to punch them with your fists and not your legs, not your knees, not your feet. When you kick somebody in boxing, that's a foul blow. You're going to get a demerit. Go sit in the corner. You're in a timeout. Let's see. Yeah, so 7a, treacherous, dishonorable. Yes, that seems like it's also probably in the world of sport of some kind. Number 8, containing marked up corrections, as in a foul manuscript, also foul proofs. And I definitely have not heard of this one. Marked up corrections. So yeah, if your editor is marking up your paper, marking up your book, your teacher is marking it up with that red pen that we all hate, then it's foul. Okay, number 9. Encrusted, clogged, or choked with a foreign substance, as in, the chimney was foul and smoked badly. Was it foul and smoked badly, or was foul and smoked badly? Interesting. The chimney was clogged up with something that was not supposed to be there. We just saw a movie where there was a dead animal in a chimney, and there was lots of flies, and they poked it, and it fell out, and then somebody had to come and get it. So that chimney was foul because there was literally a rotting dead animal in the chimney. That would be pretty foul. So it's interesting. So number 8, about the marked up corrections, this is a very specific use of the word foul in the literary world. Number 9 seems like foul is being very specifically used in the chimney world. And what does number 10 have to tell us? Being odorous and impure. The synonym is polluted, as in foul air. Yep. LA used to have some very, very foul air. I don't know why they got to that point, but then they started putting emissions tests, I think, and then, technology got better in cars, whatever it was. But now I don't think it's so bad. I think when I was young, the whole thing about smog was such a big thing in LA, and now I don't think people talk about it anymore because I guess it's gone. Amazing what people can do. Foul air. Number 11. Placed in a situation that impedes physical movement, the synonym is entangled. Oh, I'm all tied up. I can't get out of here. I'm in a foul situation. This one is very interesting. Foul, you're literally tied up. You are in a sleeping bag and you can't get out. Your friends have tied you up in your sleeping bag. So you are in a foul mood, probably, and also in a foul situation. There's no example sentence. Number 12. Being outside the foul lines in baseball. And, it doesn't say this, but we would be talking about a ball. That's a foul ball because it went outside the foul lines. And you got to just try again. You could do it. I got faith in you. You're a wonderful baseball player. You can make it not a foul. Hit that ball in the different place, and it won't be a foul ball. Oh, that ball stinks, and it can't move. A synonym is the word dirty. Foully is an adverb, and foulness is a noun. Now, we have some really wonderful etymology. This is from Old English, fool, akin to the Old High German fool, which means rotten. From the Latin word pus, P-U-S, which means pus, like the gross stuff coming out of a skin. Also from putere, which means to stink. And also the Greek word pion or pion, which also means pus. So yes, this is all about just really nasty shit. That's what foul is. Especially that baseball. That's the foulest of them all. Beep, beep. Now we have the second form of foul. It is a noun from before the 12th century. Number 1 is archaic. Something foul. If that thing is foul, you could say that's a foul right there, because I don't like it, because it's abusive and obscene and wretched and horrid and treacherous and dishonorable and polluted and dirty and entangled and homely and ugly and loathsome and detestable. I'm just reading the synonyms from the previous one. Number 2, an entanglement or collision, especially in angling or sailing. Okay, interesting. I feel like this could have been separated into 2, possibly. Angling or sailing. Is this fishing or sailing? And an entanglement or a collision. Oh, this is complicated. I mean, it's not that complicated. I assume that the entanglement has to do with the angling with your fishing poles. So when your fishing poles get tangled up, how often do people's fishing poles get tangled up with each other? Or maybe they're just getting entangled in the seaweed, possibly. So that would be a foul. But also, there's a collision. Maybe when your sailboat hits another sailboat, or hits a wall, hits a lighthouse, hits a buoy, then that's a foul. Oh, that's a party foul when their boat hit the other boat. Whoops-a-daisy. Okay. 3A. An infringement of the rules in a game or sport. I think just about every game has a foul situation. I don't fully understand all of the rules about that, but I know basketball's got fouls, and then sometimes you get to get a free throw, put that ball up in the hoop. Soccer, football. What are the fouls? Foul. I feel like, yeah, they all got fouls. Does golf have fouls? Can you foul in golf? Can you break? How are you breaking the rules? Instead of hitting the ball with the golf club, you just throw it. And I don't think you would even get it as far if you threw it. I think the golf club lets you hit it even further, but that would probably be a foul. Number 3B, the synonym is free throw. So you get the free throw when there's a foul sometimes. Don't really know why sometimes you don't. Number 4, the synonym is foul ball. Foul ball, we'll talk about that a little bit more later this episode. Okay. Whip, whip. The third form of foul is a verb from before the 12th century. It is starting with intransitive. Number 1, to become or be foul. Okay, so to become foul or to be foul is foul, fouling. We're fouling the leader. As 1A, the synonyms are decompose and rot. So that dead animal in the chimney, in the foul chimney, was fouling because it was rotting and decomposing. 1B, to become encrusted, clogged, or choked with a foreign substance. So there's that chimney was being fouled by the dead animal. Also, maybe a pipe, maybe your sink pipe, your shower pipe are being fouled by all of your hair. Also, maybe your arteries are getting fouled by all of the plaque and gross stuff that's in your very unhealthy foods, which is why I am trying to not. I don't want my arteries to get fouled. That would be very bad. 1C, to become entangled or come into collision. I guess I could see how getting entangled in an entanglement could lead to a collision, but really I feel like those are separate. Number 2, to commit a violation of the rules in a sport or game. Committing a violation. That's a violation. We're going to give you a ticket. Also, it's called a foul. Number 3, to hit a foul ball. Oh, they fouled that ball so good when they hit the ball with the bat. They were hitting it in a very funny way, and then it made a foul. And then the crowd was very sad. Okay, now we got transitive. Number 1, to make foul, as 1A, to make dirty. The synonym is pollute. So LA was doing a real good job fouling its air back in the, 70s, 80s, 90s. Number 1B, to tangle or come into collision with. Do you see a pattern? These are the same situations coming up over and over again, just in slightly different contexts. Number 1C, to encrust with a foreign substance, as in a ship's bottom fouled with barnacles. Oh, would you look at my bottom? Look at my wonderful bottom. It's encrusted with barnacles. I have barnacles on my bottom. My bottom is fouled with barnacles. Lovey? 1D, the synonyms are obstruct and block. Again, like the arteries, the plumbing pipes. The plumbing pipes? The chimneys. Number 2, the synonyms are dishonor and discredit. Number 3, to commit a foul against. And number 4, to hit foul, and the example of what you are hitting is a baseball. The baseball, hit the baseball foul. Beep, beep. The fourth form of foul is an adverb from the 13th century. It means in a foul manner. Also, so as to be foul. So as to be foul, I think I would much rather say it that way. So as to be foul, we are doing things in a foul manner. What can you do in a foul manner? You can walk down the street foul after you have not taken a shower and you rolled in some dirt and mud and you bumped into a sailing boat and hit a ball and pushed a person in a game of sport. Beep, beep. Now we have, I think it's pronounced foulard. Foulard, foulard. This is a noun from 1830. Number 1A, a lightweight, plain woven or twilled silk, usually decorated with a printed pattern. It's called a foulard. Number 1B, an imitation of this fabric. Okay, so the actual fabric is foulard, and then the fake version is also foulard. So how do we even know what is a real foulard? It's all foulard. Everything is foulard. Maybe I am foulard. Number 2, an article of clothing made of foulard. And of course, now I want to see a picture of a foulard. This fabric, it's going to be real or fake. I don't know. No, not foulard. Foulard. Well, it translates from French to scarf. And the etymology in this book doesn't even say that. It just says it's French. It doesn't even tell me what it is. So I guess scarves. A lot of scarves in France were made out of this silk. Yeah, it's just a kind of fabric. But it looks like it can have any type of pattern. So how would I even know if it's a foulard? What's the difference between a scarf and a foulard? They're both accessories worn around the neck. But there's different kinds of scarves. What is a foulard pattern? In men's neckties, foulard is a pattern rather than a material. It is a small-scale pattern with basic block repeat, also called a set pattern or a tailored pattern. Fascinating. Yep, there's some pictures of people wearing foulards around their neck. They look very intense, just staring at the camera. And then you can also wear it over your head like a little babushka. Okay, so that was foulard, a fabric that I was not aware of, and now we shall go beep, beep, foul ball. 2 words, noun from 1860. It is a baseball batted into foul territory. And what are the rules? So, like, you got first base over there, and you got third base over there, and there are these lines. And I think that the rule is if the baseball goes past that line to the right of first base or to the left of third base before it crosses where the base is, then it's foul. Right? Isn't that what it is? And if it's rolling down the lawn, the field on the grass, and I think it has to go past the base or something. I could be wrong about this. I so apologize. If you were really trying to learn baseball, this is not the place to do it. But then it becomes a foul ball when it goes beyond the foul line, and then maybe some people in the stands are like, I got the foul ball. It's not as cool as a home run ball, but I got the foul ball. Yep, yep. Now we have foul brood. 1 word. It is a noun from 1863. This is a destructive disease of honeybee larvae caused by bacteria, and an example of that bacteria is Bacillus larvae. Foul brood. Yeah, so it's like that brood, that generation of babies are pretty foul because they got a disease. I think all these young kids today, these Generation Q kids, they're a foul brood because young people, I will shake my fist at you, foul brood. Moving on to the last word, it's fouling. Fouling, noun from the 14th century. The synonyms are deposit and incrustation, as in fouling on a ship's bottom. My bottom is fouled with barnacles, and I shall call them my foulings, because look at those foulings on my bottom. Do you see the foulings? Would you like to take a fouling? Just rip it off. Rip it off my fouled bottom. Just seems like that's how it should be talked. I'm not so good with using the words all the time, but that's okay. We're going to use some words right now by saying these words, and then we're going to pick one. We had today foster home, fosterling, Foucauldian, Foucault pendulum, fouette, fought, foul, foulard, foul ball, foul brood, and fouling. Okay, which one? I don't think I have anything interesting to say about foul. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't really do the sports. Didn't do the sailing. Let's see. Anything interesting? Well, this guy, Michael or Michel, could be Michel Foucault, he got so important, he's got his own word in the dictionary, and maybe one day there will be Spencerian in the dictionary, and I don't really know what that would mean, but it's about my philosophies. Should probably figure out what those are first. I don't know. This is hard. Let's pick foul brood as the word of the episode. Those babies are pretty terrible. They're called a foul brood. They got a disease. They got a disease. It's killing all the honey bees. They're a foul brood. Okay, that was wonderful and great and kind of foul. The next movie that we just watched last night, is Final Destination 2. Now, I thought that I had seen the first Final Destination movie, and Sharon had seen it years ago, so we watched a recap, like a 6-minute recap of it. Turns out, I have not seen the first movie. I had seen the second one, or at least some of it. So now I've seen one Final Destination movie twice. But there's the new one that has recently come out, and so we're going to try and watch the next few. You know, they're just ridiculous, fun horror movies. And, I don't think that they're all great. Some people might say that none of them are great. But this new one's supposed to be pretty good. And the one we watched last night, Final Destination 2, was pretty good, pretty fun, ridiculous kills, and pretty funny at times. So, maybe we'll keep on going with those, and then we'll see the new one. Final Destination 2. This has been Spencer dispensing information. Goodbye.